All right, so I don't know anything about PSG. Callista, Ari, and well, Ari for Maple has always been a historic champion. And Vi, okay, we're gonna take out Lee Sin for Inspired and Renekton for Bwipo and Varus for Masu. Masu has been a pretty good Varus player. I keep trying to look over here at chat, but I can just look directly into my camera now. Nautilus first. By the way, guys, Chovy has been playing some top Nautilus and solo queue. I don't know if that's relevant here. I was asleep during these games, guys, so I have no idea what happens. I don't know who wins. I haven't seen the drafts. All right, so Nautilus coming in early. So the meta hasn't actually changed that much. We're just handshaking with Senna Tom Kench. Okay. Jinx. So we're handshaking kind of scaling lanes here on the bot side. I'm going to take the Talia for Jensen. Interesting that the priority is on Talia over Azir, because Jensen obviously has been a career Azir player. Viego and Poppy. Wow, they're just taking out absolutely everything. Poppy, really? What are they trying to pick here? Blinding Rumble in top side. So we're just going to take Sejuani Urgot. I have no idea the Rumble Urgot matchup, but I mean, Bwipo has been all about the Urgot, but mostly into the Rek'Sai recently. All right, so the reason why they're taking Rumble is because they're going to go Rumble Jarvan and try and lock down the Talia and the Jinx. So actually just a huge wombo combo front to back, very standard, you know, high engaged League of Legends composition. You have enough damage, so actually being able to engage further with Azir is probably good here. All right, well, we didn't get to see the first 45 seconds of this game. We just ran Jinx directly into top lane. Does Busio have... The question is, does Busio have Demolish? Yeah, he must have Demolish, one would think. You know, Urgot isn't showing, and the Sejuani's in the normal spot, but they don't see bot lane, and they don't see Urgot, but they're not even trying to see them, so it's just free for FlyQuest here. The PSG just has no info. So Urgot just recalls, goes bot, and we initiate lane swap protocol. Interesting that Urgot doesn't want a jungle follow here. I guess they're not worried because Rumble's topside, so they're probably not going to dive, at least not on level 2. They're not going to dive on a 2-wave at this point. Okay, so he has Harpoon level 1, just going to try and do a little bit of a drive-by there. Sejuani is jungling weak side top to bot to 3 camp to cover on a... This is going to be a 220 would be a 2-wave dive, but clearly PSG is not set up for that. Urgot is getting XP. He does hit level 2. That's going to be very important. Inspired is actually here, so they're level 3 and level 2. This will be very difficult to dive. Genji is level 3, though. They're going to try. I think this is tricky. Especially because they're going to get a lot of XP off this wave, too. Yeah, they can't actually commit to that. That's well played by FlyQuest. They can't do that, so I guess Rumble's just going to farm with the Senna in the bot lane. We'll delay the Rumble hitting 6. So it's not ideal, but it is a way to actually pick up the XP off of this wave. So that's a good adaptation by PSG, and it's going to be specific to the way that Senna is played in this meta right now. So this is fun. Like, this is not stuff we would have seen 10 years ago. So they're not actually walking up to proc Demolish, which is... I'm not sure the reasoning behind that. Okay, there we go. Solo gold onto the Jinx for the plate. Are we going to swap back now? This is kind of a weird time to swap back. That's a super weird time to swap back. So actually, if we actually just stop and take stock of this, Tom Kench has been able to farm like pretty decently well. Especially compared to the Jinx, and we actually got farm onto the Rumble as well. So this has been pretty successful, I'd say, for PSG. They got an extra plate and used TP to get into the top side, so Urgot's going to try and actually deny some level of CS, and looks like PSG get a swap into top side with both Tom Kench and Senna now. Jinx is ahead due to not know. Sure, yeah, Jinx is a little bit ahead, but it's surprisingly even in that regard. The Tom Kench was able to farm under tower really well. It was a good TP. Urgot did catch up a little bit. They can dive this, though. This is diveable. All right, this is going to go for Drake instead because they don't know where Jangia is, and he was, in fact, right there. Might have been able to turn it around. All right. I mean, I accept the early Drake here. Remember, this is the patch with 6-minute Void Grubs, so we're not going to see any kind of reaction to the top side. Jangia actually did just have to cover, so he's not going to be able to cross-map super quickly or anything. Yeah, getting the really big change with the Void Grubs is like getting to 4 is significantly easier to getting to 5 to get the Void Mites, which is pretty huge, especially in like multiplayer siege scenarios where you're getting so much extra tanking on the turrets after the Void Mites. It's a pretty big change, I think. All right, this is good, right? You have a push on the top side. This is a good setup with Inspired. He's already in the invade in the top side jungle. Has dropped wards. They just get the free kill. You know, the thing is, you always since they don't have teleport on Rumble, they're just always going to have tempo advantages. Yeah, but didn't have to use flash. It's also important. So first turret actually going to go over to PSG. I think they've handled this pretty well. They actually do have a gold advantage, even though they gave up the first blood. They've been able to collect, you know, an even amount of farm basically, but they've also had the advantage of getting the plates faster. I'm surprised Neela doesn't show up in pro with lane swap being prevalent. She might. I mean, I think T1 Guma is the most likely Neela player. He's a historic Neela player, so if somebody's going to pull it out, it's probably going to be T1. It's a lot of grubs you're giving up for free, though. Masu going to have a hard time staying alive in this composition. Again, like, the Jarvan pick actually seeming like it's going to be pretty good here. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but it's certainly contributing to the gold lead that PSG have right now. Oh, man. Maple's going to try. Maple has no flash from earlier. This is good. I mean, they're using the TP advantage that they have. Yeah, he's dead. Nice job. All right. So we're equalizing. All right. So Busio comes in with Inspired here. They know they're clearing vision. That's just... What the fuck, man? He just blind... Gingy is crazy? He literally just blind goes into that... Oh, he sees Inspired walk in. So I guess Junjia actually saw Inspired go into this bush, because otherwise it doesn't explain why he would blind EQ in. That's fucking wacky, though. He actually hooks himself. Also, why would Junjia EQ there? That is so crazy, actually. What the fuck, man? Dude, I love this. So Busio respawns. Remember, he doesn't have ults anymore because he used this in the last play. He actually knocks himself up by hooking into the EQ, and then he uses flash and then gets bodied. Holy smokes, dude. Busio is just mom spaghettiing like he did in the fucking LCS finals. This guy has such huge nerves issues. It's fucking crazy. This guy is like pooping himself again. He got... I mean, look, I don't think that first play was his fault because it was such a fucking whack-ass blind EQ, but that second one is. I mean, they got a couple turrets for that, though, so it's pretty worth, honestly, for FlyQuest. Jensen missing a lot of these Qs. I mean, Jensen literally misses everything. Maple does a good job of dodging, but okay, he hits that second Q, but then he missed 2 out of his 3 Qs. He missed his W. That's why he dies. If he hits one of those Qs or the W, they actually get that kill, and maybe Talia doesn't die. Nundon, thank you for your tier 1 subscription. I appreciate it. Much better vision control from PSG. Look at River. They've got 4 pink wards in River. All right, much better River control so far from PSG, as we're seeing. This feels like a Hex Tech Soul for PSG angle. They're doing really well with playing around Drakes. Dude, Busio's knees weak, arms are heavy. He's got vomit on his sweater already. Mom spaghetti. He is, dude. The fucking LCS finals and this match, or this game at least, he is mom spaghettiing so hard. Nice play. I mean, they have Kraken Slayer and they have Leandry, so you're going to be able to take out the high HP targets. All right, good play from FlyQuest. Nice, nice. All right, why is Judgia going in? They don't... I mean, this is terrible from... This is fucking so bad from PSG. So the Rumble ult is shit, right? You can't play this composition this way. This ult is designed to kill the wave, right? This Rumble ult is designed to kill the wave. You already lost your Tahm Kench, so you don't have any safety. And, you know, you get caught out. you have to actually play this composition properly, which is like you need to set up for you're playing around Jarvan and Rumble ults onto the Jinx. So if you don't get the Jinx, there's no point in like going in here. You already cleared the wave, like mission successful. They're not going to take your turret, right? They don't have Herald. It was already taken by PSG and used. So there's no point in just inting. That's really bad by PSG.
Huge for FlyQuest. There was zero pressure at all on Masu.
The ult didn't suck from Rumble. It was a split call. Ozzy did his job. His job was to clear the wave to make sure that, you know, they're trying to stem the damage from Woody dying. But now you give up Baron, right?
Due to another seismic shove from Jensen, pulling him back, separating him from the safety of
the TP.
Just talking about, and that opening is all that FlyQuest needs. Whippo can teleport back in.
Ozzy did his job. He absolutely should have ulted the wave right there. It's just Junji like weirdly went in afterwards, and now you have nothing. You can't stop this. Junji is dead. Oh my god. That's actually a good hook by Busio right after the TP channel. PSG actually just throwing. Oh my god, they're going to lose their fucking... This is such a terrible throw by PSG.
Woody in the dirt, Azure in fact in the dirt. And now we see FlyQuest with a Baron buff, 24 minutes.
What the fuck are they doing? Like, just because Woody dies doesn't mean you all have to die. Okay, now we recall. Now we just stop the Hextech Soul win condition. That was terrible, dude. Well, I mean, Woody shouldn't have gotten caught, but you don't all have to die in solidarity, you know what I mean? And use all of your important ults. Dude, poor Ozzy, dude. He's just trying to fucking clear a wave. Man, PSG actually played well into this lane swap, too. What the fuck, man? All right, this is just a fiesta. This shit makes me mad. All right, so why do we have to dive this turret? Why do we have to dive this turret? We could actually just push this wave, rotate Talia over, wall here, and take the turret for free, double back, and take Drake. Why do we need to make the play, guys? Why do we need to make the big dick play? Like, just stop their win condition. Just stop them from getting soul point. Take the turret, have a fucking 4K gold Baron gold power play. You know, they lose all this CS, right? And just reset. Like, why are we giving them the potential opportunity to get a soul point here? All right, they get the tower. Do they get the Drake? Please, for the love of God, tell me they get the Drake. Okay. It was a little sloppy, but I think they get it. Okay, they get it. All right. All right. It's okay, guys. It's okay. FlyQuest eventually did the right thing. It may not have been exactly the way I wanted them to do the right thing. Jensen may have died, but they got what they needed to get. All right, Shirley, here it comes, guys. Look at the vision, by the way. Look at the vision. Really good deep vision. Vision has been superior this game so far. I feel like for PSG, they did a very good job warding up. Now, they didn't do anything with the information they got. Okay, Zero turret down. Why are we engaging? All right, Master getting... Okay, Master finally actually gets attacked. Okay, they do the combo, guys. PSG does the combo for the first time. They actually get Masu. Okay. Sterix gets procced for Whippo. Never mind, we're just giving shutdowns to Senna and we're dying. All right, well, why are we engaging this? Why? So, guys, here's how you play this. Do you guys want to know how to play this? So, you have 20 seconds, right? So, you actually can... First off, you need to sweep out this ward, or just... Actually, it's a pink ward. You don't have to sweep it. You just have to kill it, right? So, here's the play. Here's what pro teams do if you know how to play with Talia. Okay? You guys ready? So Talia stands here. The rest of your team goes for the objective. And when they walk in, you Talia wall like that. Okay? That's how you play this. You have Talia wall. This should be, by the way, pretty much a guaranteed take. This should pretty much be a guaranteed take. You know, the other thing you can do is actually, remember, they're not actually using TP advantage, right? You could actually have set this play up probably better by putting Bwipo into top lane, pushing out, threatening tier 2 turret. Because remember, you have so much time here. Like, what is the fucking game plan? Maybe they're afraid of the snap engage from the Jarvan and the Rumble, but they're not really using the big advantage they have with a fucking 4-item Urgot. You guys know what I mean? Like, you absolutely could control the side waves here and then TP back. Like, Bwipo, I don't know why Bwipo's just running around in circles a dragon right now. What is he doing? Use your fucking TP advantage. I think we should keep forcing 5v5s against the Jarvan Rumble Azir team, IMO. Well, I mean, that's what you get. I just don't understand why we didn't control the side waves. It's like they're not using their advantages. They're just committing to the fights that PSG wants to have. They're, you know, the thing about it is that with Talia, you don't have a combat ult. Like, basically, the thing here about FlyQuest is that you have a utility advantage, right? Util advantage, right? You have TP and you have wall. And you actually have 2 TPs up, but you have no side wave control. Like, you need to threaten this tier 2. Because remember, it's not the... You want this... Obviously, you want Hextech, it's fucking amazing. But if you don't get it, it's not the end of the world. Remember that Baron's also coming up in 50 seconds. So if you actually force pressure properly, I think you can... You know, you get gold for objectives. And you could potentially pressure a Baron off of that too. Like, you have to split this composition because they have no fucking TP. Like, what are they going to do? They're going to match your split with the Tom Kench? Who gives a fuck, dude? Who gives a fuck if Tom Kench is like trying to stop the Urgot split? That's actually terrible. So I don't get why we didn't set up for this play properly, because it really is just a setup issue, guys. There's no excuse. They're actually just farting around forever. And yeah, so let's watch the top wave. The top wave's at the tier 2. Rumble pops up. So at this point, you see Rumble top, right? So at this point, you're trying to get deep vision in to set up for your Drake. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. Rumble's just sitting there. But at this point, you have to recall and use your TP advantage. You have a minute to set this up, and you know the top wave's coming out. This is a macro misplay by FlyQuest. And then they just get mind controlled into this fucking fight. They don't use Talia wall. Like, if Jensen is in a stronger angle to get a wall here, maybe they can do something. Maple doesn't even have to ult because there's never any threat to his backline. What a whack ass decision by FlyQuest. All right, we're doing the old flipperino. Okay, nice wall. This is hey guys, why couldn't we do this on Dragon Soul? Why couldn't we do this play on Dragon Soul? Yeah, okay. Look how easy it is. Don't chase. Just leave. Unraveled Earth doesn't land with the seismic shove. FlyQuest, I think you should just disengage as if you can. Betty's going to keep stepping forward. But PSG. All right, so surely FlyQuest wins this game, right? With this Baron power play. Masu's 1 HP. How do you get to 1 HP? Oh, he got hit by Sand Soldiers. And then he gets hit by Senna ults, so they have to back off. Okay, so they don't crack base. Jensen. Okay, good back off. X Ghetto, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. Okay, push up bot, please. FlyQuest. FlyQuest, I need you to push up bot. Okay, good job, Jensen. Good job. You have ult up. You have TP. Please push up bot. Yes, 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 yes. No, no, surely we're not just going to fight in the mid lane again. This isn't some sort of deja vu that I'm experiencing, guys. Oh my god, it's exactly the same play. Why is Jensen not in the back of the pit? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is it? Why is he there? Why is he there? Okay, okay. Junjia's Jarvid is sus. He's trying to kill Busio. All right, they proc hysterics. Okay, Jensen, please, please go to a flank angle. Please. Here. Please, Bwipo, make space for Jensen. Please. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, wall, yes, 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 yes. It's too early. The wall's too early. Why is the wall so early? No, the wall was too early. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, they got it. Doesn't matter. She finished Infinity Edge right before that fight, guys. She actually just get full builded. Wow, that is crazy. What a weird game. An illusion. And we're going to prio pick the Nami as well, of course, and the Talia. All right. Talia obviously could have been used better in the last game, especially in late game objective control, but is what it is. All right, so surprising win for PSG in game number 1. PSG probably could have won a lot faster had they played that first Baron better. They're going to take away the Sejuani now. Strong primary engage with, they have conditional engage with Sejuani ult and Ashe ultimate, so they can go fishing for these engages. Feels pretty good. Again, pretty standard front-to-back team fighting. I hope they actually split better this time with the Urgot when they have the advantage. And we'll probably be playing mid lane. We'll see how Masu and Busio do. You have to play very aggressively here. It's going to be hard, I think, to play the Lucian also, because you have to be really worried about Sejuani and Ashe ults getting caught out. All right, let's talk about this lane swap that's coming in. Again, we're going to dodge it. It's less surprising, I think, that they dodged this time around. It was a little surprising we wanted to lane swap in the last game because, like, Sanatom Kench is kind of whatever. Like, you play the Jinx into that. But playing into the double Hail Blades would be pretty annoying, I think, for the Lucian and Nami here. So they are just... This time, though, we see a different start. So once again... FlyQuest is on the blue side. Last time, they started a weak side jungle start, right? Remember? And they didn't do a follow. This time, we're doing the 3 camp follow. And what this is going to be is this is going to be a second wave crash. Because you can tell they're pushing very aggressively. And it's like I've been saying recently, guys, if you do the jungle follow, like both sides are doing right now, you actually can second wave crash here. And then we'll probably see, hopefully there's a Demolish proc that comes through this time. The Demolish procs were a little bit lacking in game number 1. Not sure what was about. No, there's too much of a threat of a dive. Like, Bwipo's is going to stay topside. Okay, so we do not have Demolish in this on Nami. I mean, you wouldn't normally take it, obviously, so I guess their eyes are towards more the mid-game and what they can do. Okay, so here's what they do. Interestingly here, this was a pretty... big switch up, guys. So what they're doing is they're actually doing an early recall off of the second wave crash. So we're just going to monitor lane swaps throughout MSI, obviously. So we did second wave crash. We do not have Demolish, right? So we're not going to get the same number of plates. But what we are going to do is after second wave crash, allow this to push back out. And we are going to start to get solo XP onto our Urgot. So can they get an advantage here onto Urgot is going to be the question. Because the price they're paying is like an extra plate. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it'll be an extra plate. So then they're going to TP top with Ozzy to kind of push out. Okay, so nice adaptation. But Bwipo ends up with a TP advantage as a result. He's also going to have an XP advantage. No, he won't. Ozzy's going to hit level 2 because he's picking up the minions at the tower. JK. So Ozzy does get the XP advantage. But we avoided some of the early lane bullying. The question I have now is does this get pushed out and then they lane swap again using TP?
Coming back on normal pathway.
Yeah, Smout Guy is always good, basically. He still provides all, I mean, he still has the best engage in the game, basically, right? And he provides free vision at the professional level with his saplings, so, you know, that you can't clear easily. So, Maokai will pretty much always be good. Okay, force TP, nice, back off. Okay, so now we can probably take grubs here, top side. Jensen's recall, though, because he was low, and because he doesn't have TP, means they can only take one of the Void Grubs on the top side before Genji. So Genji actually getting a lot of work done here in the river. We're not actually going to see any kind of lane swapping again, so they're happy just to get the first few levels off of the lane swap, suffer basically a plate disadvantage. Although they did get the plate the top side off of that last push, so in the end, it kind of works out for them. And now Bwipo's going to be able to bully. So this actually is working out really well for FlyQuest, I think. Now that we've seen the buffs to the Void Bite, oh man, that's so bad by Jensen. He recalls in Vision versus an Ashe.
That really is like a lot of pushing power in itself. 2 is super nice as well. You know, obviously if you could get all 6, super nice, but even just getting...
He doesn't know he's in Vision. There's a ward right here that catches him out, but it is just super free arrow. Ward is pinged, though. Actually, you're right. It is pinged. You are correct. You can see it here. He knows the ward is there. He knows Ashe arrow is up.
He's out of vision. Quite nice. He's very deep in the jungle. In the fog.
That's super sloppy by Jensen. You're right. The ward is pinged. He absolutely knows that it's there, and you can see the timer on it. Dude, Jensen's just missing all his damage onto Maple. Watching Jensen take these Azir duels with Astilia has not been encouraging. What the fuck are they doing? Like, basically Junjia leaves, and then they're in a 3v2 at the bot side. I mean, I guess he dodges the bubble with flash, but not a super great trade. FlyQuest's still down a couple K gold right now. And the pressure here, in theory, especially with the 5 Void Grubs, is pretty good. Okay, Junjia misses. Inspired still has ult. Okay, force TP. Why are we still walking forward when Maokai has ult? Okay, they're committing suicide. That's fucking terrible by PSG, by the way. Like, they literally don't do anything, miss anything. Betty gets chunked out, guys. They opt into the TP. Okay, Maple dodges the bubble after coming through on the... But they are still a Szechuan... Or they're still a Talia wall. There's still a Maokai ultimate, so the counter engage is absolutely massive. That was incredibly badly played by PSG. Masu's good, guys. He's actually a good player. Mechanically, he's good. His decision-making in these fights has been good. Walls have been much better this game. I think Jensen got a talking to between game 1 and game 2. Like, they're playing much cleaner with the objective control with Talia this time. It's a major difference. They're also pushing side lanes better. This is such a better game from FlyQuest. They're actually using their fucking advantages. I think game 1 they should have won. I mean, PSG should have won it by not giving up first Baron, but after they gave up that first Baron, I think FlyQuest should have won game 1.
Wow, the dragon spawns, and they know that PSG are going to head towards that one.
Just going to go for a full 7 dragons again this game, it seems. Kobe traded as the tower falls in the top lane.
Does have teleports.
Dragon's already down to 1,000. Junja doesn't spite it. Inspired takes again this game.
Wow, Inspired just rocks up and takes Soul Point. How does this happen? How does this happen? There are a million Callista Spears in there. What the fuck, man? PSG, what the fuck? What the fuck? There's a million Callista Spears. How does this happen? How does Inspired steal this? He's on a ward. They just see him. He just walks up. What? What? Do these guys' comms are the worst of PSG has the worst comms of all time. I'm convinced, dude. That is illegal. They don't red, they don't spy, they don't do anything. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? That was so horrible by PSG. Everything about this sucks total balls. By the way, guys, remember how I said last game? Why are we not side laning? Look at what's happening here. Look, they're actually pushing top with a TP advantage and a fucking fed Urgot. Look, they're doing it, guys. They fixed all the mistakes they made last game. This is really good adjustments. But I don't even understand how this fucking happens. I like how he used both of his sums, too. He couldn't just die in peace. He had to use all of his sums at the same time. What a fiesta this game is. Junjia just gets the steal. So he literally just stuns, flashes in. Oh, Inspired plays himself. So you see this is at 1700. And Inspired tries to Q, but it ends up with the steal. So it's the Inspired smite. He tries to Q smite, and it ends up with a kill for Junjia. All right, Bwipo plays this super well. Bwipo plays this super well. Look at what Bwipo does. So he's in here. He sees Junjia, does a bunch of damage, has like the Black Cleaver fully stacked. He then, actually, he flips Ozzy over the wall. Then he actually ults Ozzy for the kill, flashes over the wall to get the fear onto Betty, and then fucking kills Betty. Oh, no, never mind. Ozzy goes over the wall himself, but Bwipo still had Sterix up, so rip. Really nice play by Bwipo, though. Good flash on the ult. So it was just a miscalculation by Inspired. He tried to Q smite, and it left it with like 175 HP, and then Junjia took it with his smite, looked like. There's just no way they can walk up. Like, their range is so low. And Woody just didn't have ult for this fight. Because he would have used ult. He used ult here. Would he use his ult right there? Doesn't hit anybody important. Just hits Bwipo. Who cares? Badass ult. It's a really good ult by Inspired. Betty flashes in on top of Talia E and then gets stunned. Not that it matters because Betty, as soon as he flashes in, I mean, Bwipo's going to clean up this fight no matter what. So it's just over. Will just run through PSG. What can you do in the face of a man this wide and this happy to put you in the meat grinder? FlyQuest surround Azure. Wooded can only stand and watch. He's going to infinity and beyond, buried beneath the dirt. Woody's going to infinity and beyond. That's a good call by Vedic. I like that one. That's funny. Great job by Bwipo. Nice to see him performing better. That was a really big improvement by FlyQuest, though, off of the first game. I really think their coaches did work in terms of helping them with the side lanes and the better Talia ult usage. That was a really big turnaround, I think. All right, let's go. Final game in this series. We still got the Vi and the Ahri bans. We still got the Renekton and Lee Sin bans. Now they're taking out the Lucian. They want to try their luck with the Kalista one more time. And now the Varus was banned against Masu and Gabe #1, but now they're just going to get it. Nautilus still up, so we can play Varus not here. Really? Karma? We're taking mid lane Karma just for pressure? So they need to play around Drake here. Like this composition is about pressuring mid lane, pressuring bot lane, and having Jin Zhao be an aggressive jungler. So we should ban Poppy here, unless you want to take Poppy here, but I think you take Not here. Yeah, you take Not. Okay. Renata Glask with the Kalista makes sense. So they banning Rumble, or they ban Urgot. That provokes the Rumble ban. Twisted Fate. So we can take Poppy here, surely, right? Poppy? Sejuani! I mean, Poppy's good into Xin Zhao, too. Stops his E-engage, and it stops Rakan. Actually, Poppy's like, or Rel, kind of a mega pick here, actually. I mean, we've seen a lot of Olaf played with Karma and into picks like Varus, but you can still get on top of the Kalista here, and you can still get on top of the back line, and it's good versus the Xin Zhao, too. You can also just put the ball on top of him. Like, the strength here for FlyQuest is that you actually could just put the ball on top of Whippo, speed him up, and then you can just get him into the back line for an ultimate. Like, this Kalista under a hell of a lot of threat right now. I think it's wacky that we have a fucking Karma here, guys. Who is doing damage? Who is doing damage on this composition? Is Kalista, like the Olaf pick is actually really good because the Kalista is really the only consistent damage. And the Olaf with the ball on top of him, the Ori ball just shuts Kalista down. And so they have no damage. They can't peel for the Kalista. The Olaf pick is actually mega here. This is an excellent R5 Olaf, in my opinion. All right, so this is pretty standard. This is pretty standard, guys. We do see some top laners like Yone or Olaf just on these like really annoying invades because they have very strong level 1 abilities. It's a good play by Whippo. Yeah, Jensen on the Orianna too, which was his best champion this year by far, and also over the course of his entire career. Yeah, good points by Kobe here about just the slow push that's going in the top side. Third wave crash in top side after he gets the information and chunks Aji out. The thing is, if you guys remember in the spring finals, Whippo was a little shaky. Like, he could never actually group because, like, FlyQuest kept getting picked off or he was getting zoned out by Impact. So he actually, even though I think the Olaf pick was potentially good in some of those situations, like the final game of the series that they played against Team Liquid, they didn't do well with it as a team. And he never actually got onto the back line, but I doubt that'll be a problem here. Oh, God. Oh, he's dead. Nice job. Very nice job. Good CC. Wait, where did the hook go? What the fuck? Did he hit the wall? By the way, if he hits that hook, it wasn't double flash. Inspire queued. It's all right. Play mistakes happen. But Busio would not have had to flash if he hit that hook. So this is interesting. So because it's going to be a lethal tempo attack speed Kalista here with the Berserker's Greaves, so it means he's going to take a lot of auto attacks. He actually goes for plated steel caps first. It really will mitigate a lot of that damage because it's a lot of low damage autos. Interesting. Because, like, remember, the only damage threat is really the Kalista. If he can dodge, you know, Karma empowered Qs coming out. First item in this matchup is interesting to me.
The patience too from Inspired.
Well, I guess he just feels like dying.
Gets the perfect ultimate right onto Maple as he got close.
He doesn't feel like flashing Sejuani ult. Okay. And then Junjia goes in on anything, dude. This guy's never. And like, here's the thing, is that when we look at the win condition, remember at the start of the game we said, okay, like they need Drake's PSG in order to win because this guy is going to be pretty useless in the late game, so we have to snowball, you know, early and try and play through souls, and they haven't been playing through bot side at all. They've been going after all the void grubs again, but how are they going to siege? Like, where do you get value with void grubs in this composition? You don't win in the side lanes. Like, you cannot split push. You cannot split push into the Olaf, and you have no siege range on a Kalista. So void grubs are actually just fucking useless to you. So the focus has also been wrong. Like, I don't like PSG's draft, but I also just don't like the way they're playing it. I mean, they give up 2 Drakes here, game's over. I mean, it's already over. Giving up 1 Drake is game over. The Olaf is just going to get giga big and just run at the Kalista, and then they have no damage. Aji's under the turret for some reason. All right, they still had Shockwave, I guess. Now we can just recall and play for Drake. Yeah, the Varus is huge now. He's on hit as well, so he's just going to melt frontline. Because the thing is, if you dive the Varus, if you actually go in and kill Varus, it doesn't matter because Olaf then murders your backline. Now they have no win condition. They have these 6 void grubs, which are fucking useless with their comp. It's fucking useless. And now I think their one way to win was pressure mid and then try and take Drake, and that didn't happen. So now they just lose.
chase with Junji on his way in. I don't think Jensen has a hope in hell of escaping this one. Shockwave down.
Yeah, they're going to lose their mid turret, though. It's worth to trade Jensen for this mid turret. You have tons of time, right? You have a minute and a half until. So, like, the thing is, Jensen uses Shockwave. That'll be back up. He doesn't use any of his sums. You're still going to have Flash and TP, and you take mid wave. So, this is actually a very good play, I think, because it sets Fly up for Soul. Like, they pressure into bot side. You save all of your summoners, and now you're going to be able to push mid wave and top wave. Now they're actually playing sideways way better because Bwipo has to push now because he doesn't have TP for the Drake fight because he used it on... he shouldn't have used it on mid, but it's whatever. I guess they lose bot tier 1, which isn't great because now it can be pushed up by PSG to take Drake, but they have to deal with this scenario now. So basically, because Bwipo pushed in top side, they'll be able to reset this wave and get deep vision right now. And hopefully force Maple to use TP. Okay, pushing mid wave again. Okay, start Drake, start Drake, start Drake. Okay, this is the correct... You'd much rather have the Olaf in the mid because he can threaten the flank on the backside. Hook misses again. Busio just skill shot, impaired, flashes out. Okay, but now Bwipo's here, and he just gets an axe through everybody. He's on top of Maple. There we go. Because... Shockwave. Okay. Now it's just a cleanup. Okay, Bwipo's huge. He kills everybody. He's on Junjia. Now he's on Betty. Betty is trying to follow Masu. Dude, look how long it takes Masu to die, by the way. Like, for an 80 carry, like, Xin Zhao and Kalista are on top of him, but he just won't fucking die. Just finish the Drake Bwipo. Well, it's free. Free game for FlyQuest. We just get more advertisers all the time. Our partners love working with us. We're doing well. Especially for esports winter, guys. We're doing way better than almost anybody else. All right, let's take a look at this one. Okay, so trying to stop this Baron. This is the last desperation. Hurrah. But Bwipo's here. And Junjia is 1 HP, does manage to get out, but Ozzy is just on the flank getting absolutely whacked by this Olaf. Now he's just running. Masu is untouched for this entire engagement. Woody can't get onto him, so it's just free. Betty's trying to kill him. Betty can't kill him. He's way too tanky and has too much lifesteal, and Inspired's peeling for him, so Masu just kills everybody. Very good. The series was just won by Bwipo. Nothing else needs to be said. I mean, it was also game 1 was also kind of lost by Bwipo because he didn't split push or side lane push with his advantages and use his TP advantage. So, I mean, we can make different arguments. Also, this game was free from Bwipo. The R5. I mean, I would argue that this game was won by whoever picked Olaf R5 in the draft. And now we split push properly. Big change. Like, super big credit to the FlyQuest coaching staff and the players. They made a lot of good adjustments after the failures of game 1. It's nice to see teams, like, fix shit that quickly. I mean, Junjie just can't go in either, so ends up being really good. He actually was a really good distraction in the bot side while they were doing the Elder. He actually pulled 2 people down there. Junjia has to use his ult super early. Gets zoned out by the Glacial Prison. Jensen just full HP, though. That's just a glitch in the VOD, guys. Now he's going to TP in and win the game. Very nice by Jensen. Very good. Very nicely done by FlyQuest. My faith in FlyQuest was somewhat restored. Like, that game 1 was really rough from Busio and from them as a team. But the next 2 games were a lot better. Even if Busio still looks like he's pooping himself on stage,